the stock market is crashing. You have financial pundits saying that this is a market correction. You have critics saying that's an excuse being made because Trump is tanking the economy and this isn't a correction and it's just us heading into a recession. Are we heading into a recession? According to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, it's a big fat no.
Should Americans brace for a recession?
Absolutely not. Anybody who bets against Donald Trump, it's like the same people who thought Donald Trump wasn't a winner a year ago. Donald Trump is a winner. He's going to win for the American people. That's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be no recession in America. What there's going to be is global tariffs are going to come down because President Trump has said, you want to charge us 100%? We're going to charge you 100%. And you know what they say? They say, no, don't charge us 100%. We'll bring ours down. We'll unleash America out to the world, grow our economy in a way we've never grown before. You are going to see over the next 2 years the greatest set of growth coming from America as Americans. You saw it, 1.3 trillion of new investment coming in America. Think of all those jobs. And remember, each trillion of investment in America is 1% of growth GDP. So Donald Trump is bringing growth to America. I would never bet on recession. No chance.
We definitely know how Don Lemon feels about it.
We're in a recession. We are. And a dictatorship, but we're in a recession. All of these tariffs, the putting them out there, enacting them, and then pulling back, it's not helping the market at all. The stock market is tanking. He knows it. That's his big indicator of the health of the economy is through the stock market. Now he's telling Maria Bartiromo, we shouldn't look at the stock market. We should have a longer outlook than a quarter. That's not what he said before.
Listen closely to what Don Lemon is saying.
And he's pulling back tariffs in certain areas where he knows it will affect the people who voted for him, like farmers and the auto industry and blue-collar workers. Because it is, as James Carville says, the economy, stupid. So now that the economy is in trouble, and as I am recording this, the Dow is down and dropping, perhaps it's time for people to wake up and understand that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing with the economy.
First, he said that Trump recognizes where to pull back tariffs because he knows how it's going to affect things negatively. And then he said that Donald Trump doesn't know anything about the economy. Which one is it, Don? As in Don Lemon, not Donald Trump. Don. Trump said that he doesn't rule out the idea of a recession, which makes sense because how could you possibly rule out a recession in any economy? The economy can always take a turn. So, of course, the president is going to hedge and say, hey, I can't rule it out because no one can ever rule out the twists and turns of the economy, right? But hey, I'm not here to tell you what is happening. It's easy to point to the stock market right now and say this is all of Trump's fault. And it's also easy to say that this is a market correction. But let's listen to what the White House has to say about it.
When it comes to the stock market, the numbers that we see today, the numbers we saw yesterday, the numbers we'll see tomorrow are a snapshot of a moment in time. And as President Trump has said, and I'm here to echo the remarks of this president of this White House, we are in a period of economic transition. We are in a period of transition from the mess that was created under Joe Biden in the previous administration. Joe Biden left this country in an economic disaster. Several statistics to point out. The delinquency rate on credit card loans increased 63% under Joe Biden, hitting a near 12-year high. Under Joe Biden, all net job growth went to foreign-born Americans. Real wages declined by 1.5% under Joe Biden. And as we all know, and this administration continues to combat, prices soared more than 20% under Joe Biden because of his reckless spending and economic policies. So we are in a period of transition from that economic nightmare under a president who had no idea what he was doing, never held a private sector job in his life, into a golden age of American manufacturing under a businessman and a deal maker in chief in President Donald J. Trump. who is implementing the formula that we know works. Look at President Trump's results in his first term. If people are looking for certainty, they should look at the record of this president. That's why the American people reelected him back to this office.
I don't necessarily know that everything coming out of her mouth is the truth, but she is very convincing when she talks, which I think is a huge skill set. I feel like if she was the press secretary for President Biden, his approval rating may have very well gone up. It wasn't that long ago that we watched Karine Jean-Pierre give these same press briefings, and I feel like it's night and day. Take a listen.
As you just stated, because of their status and affiliation to their military service, I would have to refer you to the Department of Defense to speak to that specifically. I don't want to get into. I'm not going to dive into the two subjects.
You see the difference, right? Caroline Leavitt's like, this is what happened, this is how it is, this is what's going to happen, and here we are. Karine Jean-Pierre is, yeah, well, I'm not gonna, and I can't, and the president said, and it's like if you were to hire a trainer at a gym. Caroline is like, you're gonna do it, and this is how you're gonna do it, and you're gonna get there, and you're gonna see results, guaranteed. Karine is like, well, you definitely should get some more cardio, and you definitely should eat better, and over time, there should be expected results. No, you don't want that. You want absolute conviction, reassurance. But we're getting completely off topic here. And then there's this random guy on the platform X whose name is listed as Mo Cheese, please. Mo cheese, mo problems. That's not right. But I would love mo money.
Trump may be setting up the U.S. economy for a recession, and here's the crazy part. He might be doing it on purpose. Wall Street traders are starting to price in a possible recession in 2025, and one of those Wall Street analysts just said, it's all part of the plan. Charlie McElligott says that the Trump administration needs a recession, and he said the reason why is it would slow down the economy, it would kill inflation, and it would force the Fed to cut interest rates. Now, that would make the U.S. dollar weaker, but that could set up Trump's next step for his economic playbook. And even Scott Bessent, who's the new Treasury Secretary, hinted at an economic rebalance, saying that we have to start focusing on small businesses and consumers. Now, the plan would look something like this. Cut interest rates, give tax cuts, and introduce deregulation, which would give the illusion of economic growth without any of the government spending.
Well, thank you, Mo Cheese, please. I appreciate your input. It seems very insightful. What does Mo Cheese, please, do for a living? Let's take a look. Okay, it says alternative living and thinking, natural remedies, gardening, homesteading, food hacks, fun facts, new tech, old traditions, cheese.